Hi there, ZsaZsa here again, and want to talk a little bit more about doggies because I love doggies. I work with doggies and I work with their people. So today I would like to talk about why it would be that a friend of mine a few years ago once brought up in conversation that some people should not have dogs. And at the time when he said this, I thought to myself, God, does he mean me? Could he mean that maybe I don't deserve to have a dog? But then I thought, no, I think I'm all right to have a dog. But this question that he posed stayed in my mind, and it made me really go deep within to try to understand what he was saying, because he wasn't talking about people that are abusive to dogs. He wasn't talking about that. I mean, obviously that goes without saying that if somebody is abusive, very angry and very volatile and not very nice to dogs in that manner, then absolutely no, they should not have dogs. But he wasn't talking about them. He was talking about people that weren't in control of their own problems, and because of it and their nerves, they inflicted that part of themselves onto their dogs. Now, he didn't word it like that, but that's exactly what he meant. And it took me a long time to really dig deep and understand that. And I think that sometimes what happens in life is that we're brought to things along our path, and then the next thing presents itself, and then the next thing presents itself, and the next thing presents itself. When he said this to me, this was such a long time ago. It was before I had started on my journey with canine flow and with animal communication. It was before I'd done courses in canine behaviour and dog training. It was before I'd done all of that, but I had already done other courses, certainly courses in energy work, and so I should have really understood what he meant sooner. But sometimes things can be right under our noses, and we just don't grasp what is being said, or we don't see what is going on. So the reason why he said that, and it's incredibly true. He doesn't mean it in a nasty way. Obviously people should enjoy having a dog. If somebody wants to give a dog a home and they have a good heart and they mean the best for that dog, then they should not be denied having a dog, regardless of whether they have nerves or not. You know, all these things can be managed. And of course you can see trainers and you can get a handle on things, and sometimes these things take a bit of time, and sometimes they can happen very quickly. But yes, everybody, if they have the right heart and they would like a dog, then nobody should be denied that pleasure, because dogs really do lift us up, and they're such incredible little earth angels that to be around the presence of a good dog is just magical. But what can we do for dogs? They do so much for us. What can we do for dogs? And where my friend brought up this question, or this statement, and it's a fair point. What can we do to be better guardians for our dogs? And this is something that I really believe in. I really think it's something that we can do that just takes us all to the next level here on this planet, and it also heals not only ourselves, our dogs, but all of those around us, and also this planet. And I say heals all those around us. You're putting light to those people around you. You're putting light to yourself. You're putting light to your dog. The more light that we express, the better it is for this planet as a whole. And everybody has to start somewhere. You can't just wave a magic wand and go, boom, everything is healed. Because that's not how it works. It's about doing the small things where it changes and where the tipping point eventually is created. So, in order to be better dog guardians, some of the things that we can do to help our dogs is to work on ourselves. And everybody who says they have a problem with their dog needs to go within and work on themselves. Everybody that has had a traumatic event happen with a dog needs to work on themselves. Everybody that has had any issue at all when dogs are concerned needs to work on themselves, because the dogs will be communicating something to you to help you to work on yourself. Dogs are incredible. Dogs can live with us, and then they can depart, and then they can return, and then they can depart, and they can return. I have known this happen. I have not only known it happen with my own dog, but I have known it happen with other people's dogs. I've had confirmation on this. I've meditated upon this, and I know this for a fact, that you have soul agreements with dogs. Dogs just aren't just how people see them to be. People don't realise just the full extent of what dogs can actually do to help us, and to help us to raise our own consciousness. Dogs are incredible. And sometimes we don't do the work, and then they keep coming back and the same thing keeps happening. So what happens on occasion is that somebody goes, oh, my dog has got this, and my dog has passed on into spirit, and I got another dog, and my new dog has got the same issues as my last dog, and then and then the next dog has the same, and it's because the dog, it keeps returning or keeps speaking to other dogs to say, try to get this message to this person, because you know what, I love them very dearly, but they're not hearing me, they're not hearing us. And when that person hears, and when that person gets the understanding of the message that we're trying to give, then hey, everything will be healed. And maybe something else might come up, because we have so much that we need to heal within ourselves, because we do. But that part can be resolved, and then the next thing might come up, and that might be much smaller. In fact, it usually is. It sort of goes like that. Something comes up to the surface, we must heal it and let it be. The next thing comes up, we must heal it and let it be. I've spoken to so many different homeopathic professionals, and I've spoken to holistic vets, and many of them will say the same thing, and that is that when a dog is out of sync and not well, it's generally the person is also displaying the same symptoms, and for the dog to be better, the person must be prescribed the same remedies at the same time. So, there are so many different streams and ways to look at this, but they all say the same thing, and that is that the dog will just be reflecting what's going on for that person. So if a dog is out of sync, the person will certainly be out of sync, and that's where healing needs to happen, and that's where balance needs to come into place, because we want to do the best for our dogs. Our dogs love us. We love our dogs. Dogs find it easier, and will find it easier to get through to us than a lot of people, because a lot of people that have dogs and love dogs will prefer to hang out with dogs than they would prefer to hang out with people. Yeah. Why not? So when my friend said, these years ago, that some people don't deserve to have dogs or shouldn't have dogs, he didn't mean it in a nasty way. What he meant was that some people need to just sort themselves out, because when they do, then they're going to create a much healthier and happier environment for their dog. But also, in doing that, they will create a much healthier and happier environment for themselves. And that's a beautiful thing, and that can be totally achieved. So there's no such thing as a dog that has issues for life. They can be healed just as much as a person who says they have issues. Those things can also be healed. Everything can be healed, but most people don't want to believe it. Most people are stuck in their limited beliefs about how things should be. Anyway, thank you for watching, and look after your dog, and look after yourself, and many blessings, love and light, peace.